Welcome, everybody. I hope you can see me okay. It's very overcast, and there's just no place I can be in this house where there's proper lighting. So bear with me. I'm back with another book shout out. Today I'm shouting out Klara and the Sun. The author's name is Kazuo Ishiguro. He is a Nobel Prize winner. This is the first book of his that I have ever read. One of my goals in 2022 was to read more science fiction, and what better way to do that than to kick off the year with a science fiction novel? So, I this one really surprised me. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. I wasn't expecting to be as absorbed with it as I was, but here we are. So I finished it maybe 2 days ago, and I'm still thinking about it. That's a good book. It's a book that lingers. So why are we shouting out Klara and the Sun? Well, it takes place in the future, and Klara is our main character. The story is told from her perspective. She's an AF, which stands for Artificial Friend, and she is purchased by the family of a little girl named Josie. And come to find out that the family who purchased Klara may have some ulterior motives for wanting her, which I'll try not to spoil for anybody if you decide to read this book. Why I think this book is important is because it allows us to sort of dance with the idea of artificial intelligence and where it's going. Like I said, the book is set in the future, but it doesn't give us a context for how we got from this current period to that current period, and it's left to the reader to really fill all of that in. The sun is a character in this book. So these AFs are solar powered, they depend on the sun, and because of that, and because of their limited ability to kind of understand what the sun physically is, they don't worship it, but it has a very particular importance to them, and they notice its patterns and it how it seems to affect them and the humans around them. So the character of the sun is experienced through Klara, and you as the reader get to experience her thoughts and perceptions of the sun and their relationship. So this is a speculative fiction. It is slightly dystopian. If you're into dystopian novels, or if you want to kind of figure out you want light dystopian novels, this is a light dystopian novel. Okay, this is not 1984. This is a very kind of heartwarming, loving tale about a robot and her little girl. And there's a part of this book that I really want to share with you. There's a scene where Klara is talking to a doctor about Josie's heart, like her spiritual heart. And it's explained to Klara with the complexity of a building with many rooms. And this is the quote. But then suppose you stepped into one of those rooms, he said, and discovered another room within it. And inside that room, another room still. Rooms within rooms within rooms. Isn't that how it might be trying to learn Josie's heart? No matter how long you wandered through those rooms, wouldn't there always be others you'd not yet entered? The whole book is full of a lot of kind of philosophical ponderings. And it also touches quite a bit on the subject of human loneliness, which I thought was quite interesting because this book was published at the height of the pandemic, yet the author chooses not to include the pandemic in the story. And I'm glad, because who isn't sick of the pandemic? But loneliness is a big deal right now, and it has been in the last couple of years. And maybe more so it's been highlighted recently than previously in the past, on a grander scale. This book really gets into what we'll do to relieve our loneliness, how we try to hold on to the things we love, how we want to save the things we love. And I just felt like this story introduces us to the possible world that we are moving into with artificial intelligence, while also having this very humanizing quality. And I felt it was very emotional, but I didn't cry. It wasn't like the kind of emotion of reading a tragedy necessarily. Um, it, it it lingers. It's a book that lingers. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a quick shout out. Again, the book is Klara and the Sun, Kazuo Ishiguro. Awesome book. 5 stars here. My only critique of it, other than, 5 glowing stars, would be that it was a slow burn, and I felt that there was kind of an undertone about climate change that wasn't being discussed. And I think I would have enjoyed some more context about climate change. But other than that, this was just a really enjoyable story. Finished it in 2 days. So, Klara and the Sun. Again, I am TD Poet. You can find me at tdpoet.blogspot.com or CycADA.squarespace.com. And I hope you guys come back for more of these book shout outs. Thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.